making your own brand portafilter when it doesn't even fit your own portafilter holder. Welcome back to another episode of Happy Gaming House. You know, we just finished the other episode talking about this machine. That took a little bit longer, so we didn't have time to do the unboxing of the Gaggia Classic Pro and the new grinder that I got for mainly my pour over coffee. I'm gonna share with you guys some of the accessories that I will be adding into the usage of the Gaggia, and you know how my workflow goes. I have a nice cup of cappuccino here that I will enjoy while I'm filming. Let's go. So to start with, I want to continue with this Hamilton Beach machine a little bit more. I bought these refillable pots. In this pack, it's like 4 of them. And what this does is, instead of using the basket they provide you, which holds about like 15 grams of coffee, you will use this pot and using this pot adapter instead. You put this back in there. You just use it without this thing and use it like a pot machine. For example, if you are like having your guests come in, you fill this like 4 baskets and brew 4 cups of coffee, and then you can just wash these. They're a little bit more sturdier, and yeah, I think they're like pretty easy to use. And this is what you can do to quickly brew 4 cups of coffee without washing anything. Next up, we got this optional Lagom P80 grinder. You know, I already have the La Marzocco grinder and the Mazzer Philos grinder. The reason why I wanted this one is mainly for pour over coffee, because this is like a very big flabber. It will give you like a different taste, which I'm really looking forward to try out. I will make a video and do a test between the 3 different grinders that I own. So without further ado, let's open this one, and later on I will explain what these are. You just pull it, and then you lie it flat. This is heavy. This is heavier than the Gaggia machine for that matter. So we got a packet of stuff in here, some stickers, instruction manual, Allen key tool. When you open this, this is what you will see inside the box. Let's open the smaller boxes first. Yeah, it's a dosing funnel. It's a nice thing. And I believe this is the dosing cup. Yep. So this is the dosing cup that you will use for you know, catching the coffee grounds if you don't plug your portafilter straight into there. Here are some stickers which I have no idea what it's for. Now the grinder itself. So this does come in. Oh my god, that's heavy. Okay, that's heavy. Yeah, this is a super heavy grinder. From the name P80, you probably already recognize it's like an 80mm flapper. The bigger the disc are, the faster it will grind through your coffee beans. And the faster you grind through your coffee beans, it will generate less heat. It will not burn your grounded coffee while it's grinding. Okay. So we have the power cord here. And we have 2 buttons over here. This is the on-off switch. So this is auto grinding. After you pour your beans in, you press this, it will start the grinder. It's based on a friction sensor. When it feels the friction is really low, it will just automatically stop. If you tap it like 2 times very quickly, it will do the higher speed to make sure all the leftover coffee grounded coffee goes out from the chute. On this side, we have the speed adjusting knob. We have 300 RPM to 1700 RPM. So it's a good thing to try. Also over here is the adjusting knob for how fine or how coarse of the coffee ground you want. This is a stepless adjusting knob. This is a magnetic cover. See, this is how it works. The zero will hit this bar, and will just stop over there. And this one is when you pull this down, it will actually shake off whatever is left over in the grind chute. Yeah, like that. I think the most important thing for a grinder is the burr itself, right? Because motor technology nowadays, like not the high tech anymore. It just depends on how much money you want to spend on a motor. We cannot say anything more about this until we actually grind some beans and taste them out. Now it comes to this pile of stuff. So these are basically most of the things that I prepared for the Gaggia. We will try set this up to make some coffee out of it, get some accessories to see if we can make the coffee better. We're gonna install Gaggia Mate in this thing, and that will actually make this into something that we can make a project out of. That's why I got like a cheaper machine to install all the mods to see if I can actually make it better. Let me just show you what I have prepared for this machine. First of all, portafilter holder over here, and we have a mirror that will actually show us the bottom of the portafilter, and so you don't have to bend down and check every time when you make the brew. Next up, I have this WDT tool. This is actually like a pretty cool one. You can use it like a straight. If you want, you can actually turn it like an expanded version of the WDT tool. So this is what I like to use when I do WDT. A little bit open, not too much. So this way you can get into like the very bottom, like the very edges of the portafilter basket. Next up, so this is basically like a copy version of the Weber shaker, right? Just put this under the coffee grinder. So let's pretend this is the portafilter. You put it on top, and you can just like shake a little bit to make sure all the coffee grounds goes down. I believe, yep, that actually fits pretty good. Here we have the distributor. This one you can just like turn this, and it will just adjust deeper or like a shallower. Next up, we have this. It's basically like a holder for your barista tools. You get your hole for the the distributor, and this is for your portafilter, and this is for your temper. The other half is the knock box. This is very plasticky. It's hard to clean. You have to take out all the the temper, the distributor, the portafilter, and then dump this. And last thing we got, adapter for scale. So basically it will just come out with something like that, right? Like it's a sandwich. So this is what it is. So for example, this is a scale, right? And you put this on top of the scale, and which all of this goes under the coffee machine drip tray. Let's pretend this is the drip tray. And you actually have this platform with like your cup on top. So the idea is you don't have to put your scale right under your cup on top of the drip tray, which actually does not have really a lot of like clearance. So this one will actually give you a very high clearance. So you can have like a bigger space for putting your cup and stuff. You can also adjust like the height to be taller or like shorter. Last accessory I want to show you guys today, I saved it for the last. A bottomless portafilter. This will actually help you a lot by looking at the bottom of the portafilter. Yeah, so you can see the bottom of the portafilter from the mirror. This will actually tell you a lot about your coffee cup and your coffee ground. The lugs on the portafilter are actually like 45 degrees instead of like horizontal one that like a lot of the other portafilter use. However, I did find something that I'm really not happy about. This thing doesn't really fit in here, nor this one. Yeah. Making your own brand portafilter when it doesn't even fit your own portafilter holder. There's another thing that I can show you. Now it's the time to use the dosing funnel for the portafilter. On top of here, normally you will have like it goes straight into here because the lugs are like horizontal, but for the Gaggia, some reason they have designed it to like go 45 degrees. So that's all the accessories that I want to show you guys today. If I can get this out of the way, it's heavy. So it's time to open this thing up. Let's just take this one out from the box. This is the Gaggia Classic. This is the E24 model. The top part is the foam. It has like a shape of a portafilter here, but it does not come one for some reason. All right, here we go. We got the machine itself. which has the drip tray. It has the water tank in here. Oh, this is like the water release pipe, your power cord, your water tank here. And you get your machine. And you get your steamer, which it only turns like sideways instead of like the ball joint. You can turn like whatever you want. We might change that one out to like the ball joint one. And you got your screw pad over here, on-off button, the brew button, and the steam button. And you get your steam knob over here. You can pour water straight from here, or you can take the drip tray out, like the water tank out and pour like from down here. Oh, by the way, this is what I'm talking about for the portafilter. You see like the lugs. So if we put this one on, it's somewhat straight. But for example, if we have like the horizontal lug on, so it would go in something like this, and you have to turn it to that way, which looks really weird. See what's in the exhaust street box. You get your normal exhaust streets, you get your 2 baskets, you get your plastic tamper, which I recommend just throw away immediately and buy like a really cheap, like like metal tamper. Like if you don't want to spend too much money, like a $20 one will be fine. Dosing spoon, if you use pre-ground coffee maybe, but I think this is too small for scooping actual beans out. So what you get is single and the double basket. The hose in the bottom looks okay uniform. It's not the best quality. Also, this machine is not that expensive either. So this is the actual metal grill on top of the drip tray. Here we go. So we got the drip tray grill over here, which goes like that. Okay. That looks complete now, and we got our portafilter here. Within the portafilter, I believe we get like a pressurized basket. Yes, we do. And we get like a small plastic thing to make sure that the pressurized hole goes straight into this plastic thing. And this thing will actually has like 2 holes in the bottom. I don't know if you can see them, but yeah, it has like 1 hole on each side. So it actually goes into the portafilter and goes through. This will actually somewhat distribute the coffee into like evenly into 2 sides of the portafilter. And the idea of this scale that I mentioned before is you would put it like below, but as you can see, this is like very tight space for this machine. But you can buy those or like 3D print those taller feet, so you can actually put this below there, lower this to the very bottom, and this will be raised a little bit like that, and you put like a scale below. Whatever it will like drip down into the cup you put above here, the weight will goes under, so you don't have to put like a scale this tall, then you put a cup here. That's gonna mess you up because it's too tall, right? There are a couple of things that I'm still waiting to receive, and also some things that I will retire from upstairs and bring them downstairs for our future testings. Yeah, so that's it for the initial unboxing of the Lagom P80 grinder and all these accessories, and also the Gaggia Classic Pro E24. This is the end of the unboxing video, and I hope you like it. Please subscribe and like this video if you like it, dislike if you don't like it, and if there's anything you want to see from this machine or like some tests you want me to do, please leave a comment below. Future videos are coming. I'm already starting to build the monitor stand for the Flight Simulator project, and that one's coming up very soon. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and see you next time. Bye.